What's up, everyone? It's your boy Zero Shadow King here, and I'm bringing you another October Halloween special deck. And I'm bringing you a Mayakashi deck. So, before we get started on this deck, I would like to say is on my last video, I promised that I would have an Instagram ready, but due to me playing and testing this deck during the whole week, I lost track of the time and never really got started doing the Instagram for this channel. So I'll probably have it made tomorrow, Monday or Tuesday. And then on the next video I make, I'll finally have it ready. I do apologize for the lack of time wasting, but due to me playing with the deck, testing it, I lost track of time on that. But hopefully you'll enjoy this Mayakashi deck, and I hope you enjoy what I have in a side deck and the extra deck. Alright, you guys, so as always, don't forget to give a like, comment on the video, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell. As always, let's start out with the deck first, then the extra deck, then we'll start with the side deck. So, first off, we're running 3 copies of Daki, the Graceful Mayakashi. It is our zombie tuner effect. Let me bring it up closer to you. You can only control one Daki, the Graceful Mayakashi. When a Mayakashi monster is special summoned to your field from the extra deck while this card is in your graveyard, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the turn you activate this effect, except Mayakashi monsters. So running 3 copies of her is pretty good. Then to help us out, I'm running 3 copies of, let's see here, Hygiene, the Wind Mayakashi. If this card is normal summon or special summon, you can summon one Mayakashi monster from the deck except Hygiene, the Wind Mayakashi. You can only use this effect of Hygiene, the Wind Mayakashi once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Mayakashi monsters. Okay, and then for our number 3 of, I'm running 3 copies of Yuki Mozum, the Ice Mayakashi. Zombie effect. If you control a Mayakashi card while other than Yuko, the Ice Mayakashi, while this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can special summon this card, then send one zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use the effect of Yuko, the Ice Mayakashi, once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Mayakashi monsters. So all the Mayakashis have that same effect where you can only special summon from the extra deck. That's no problem. That's not really a problem for us. So on the next one, I'm running 3 copies of Shifu, the Wheeled Mayakashi. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target one Mayakashi monster in your graveyard except Shifu, the Wheel Mayakashi. Special summon any defense position but negate its effects. You can only use the effect of Shifu, the Wheel Mayakashi, once per turn. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except Mayakashi monsters. Then for the 3 ofs here, I'm also playing 3 copies of Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood. 3 copies of her because if we go second, we can use her effect. That is, each time an opponent special summons an effect monster during the main phase or battle phase, you gain life points equal to the number of attack. So, when I was playing and testing, my opponent kept special summoning monsters. I kept gaining more life points and more life points during the whole turn. I'll probably have a video on that later on. And then for the last 3 ofs, I play Mizuki. 3 copies of Mizuki is good enough because you can use his effect to, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 1 zombie monster in your graveyard, special summon that target. So a little nice special summon to bring out some of our Mayakashis and our secret monsters from the graveyard. So that is our 3 ofs in the deck. A lot of 3 ofs, but totally worth having. For the next cards, I'm playing 2 copies of Taskuji, the Prisoness Mayakashi. This is our zombie tuner monster, just like Ducky, but Ducky's more better than him. You can only control the Prisoness Mayakashi if a Mayakashi monster is in your possession, except the Takaji, the President Mayakashi, destroyed by battle or an opponent's card effect. While this card is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn you activate this effect except Mayakashi monster. Then I played 2 copies of Soul Absorbing Bone Tower. A nice little classic card here. So for its effect, this card cannot be attacked if there's another zombie type monster in your side of the field. Each time a zombie type monster is special summoned successfully, send 2 cards from the top of your opponent's deck to the graveyard. Then just for the 1-of, I'm playing Valkyrie the Rotting Phoenix. This is our level 4 zombie tuner monster. Its effect is, if you control a zombie monster, you can special summon this card during your main phase. You can return this card from the field to the hand, then special summon 1 zombie monster from your hand. You can use the effect of Valkyrie the Rotting Phoenix once per turn. 1 copy is good enough, plus it helps out bringing out more of our Mayakashis when we have them in the hand. Alright, that is all for the monsters. Now let's move on to the spells. For the spells, for the 1-ofs, I'm playing 1 Monster Reborn, 1 1-for-1, then 1 Foolish Burial, then for the 2-ofs, I'm playing 2 copies of Mayakashi Winter, our continuous spell card. Monsters your opponent controls lose 100 attack and defense for each Mayakashi monster with a different name in your graveyard. You can only use the following effect of Mayakashi once per turn. Send this card and 1 Mayakashi monster you control to the graveyard, draw 1 card. Second effect, banish this card and 1 zombie monster from your graveyard, then target 1 Mayakashi in your graveyard, special summon it. 2 copies are good enough. Then For the 3 ofs, I'm running three copies of Mayakashi Return. Take one Mayakashi from your one Mayakashi card from your deck, except Mayakashi Return. Either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. You can only activate Mayakashi Return per turn. Then I play 2 copies of Ghost Meets Girl, a Mayakashi manuscript. During the main phase, target 1 zombie synchro monster you control. Special summon 1 zombie monster with the same attribute that is banished or in your graveyard, but banish it during the end phase. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn after the card resolves, except zombie monsters. You can only activate Ghost Meets Girl, a Mayakashi manuscript, per turn. Not that bad for a quick play spell card. Now then, for our 2 of the traps, we're playing 2 copies of Mayakashi Mayhem. So, if a zombie synchro monster or monsters is special summon except from the extra deck, you can apply the same effect of Mayakashi for the rest of the turn. Draw 1 card, set 1 Mayakashi spell or trap directly from your deck, except Mayakashi Mayhem. Send 1 monster with lowest attack your opponent controls to the graveyard. Your choice. If you tried inflict 800 damage to your opponent, you can only use the effect of Mayakashi Mayhem once per turn. 2 copies is good enough. Then running 3 copies of Mayakashi Manaphrase. Discard 1 card, target 1 of your Mayakashi monsters that is banished or in your graveyard, special summon. Your opponent cannot target it with card effects this turn. You cannot special summon monsters for the extra deck. The turn you activate this card, except Mayakashi monster, you can only activate the effect of Mayakashi Manaphrase once per turn. That was hard to pronounce for me, mostly here. Then 3 copies of Ghost Meets Girl, if you guys can see it. Ghost Meets Girl, a masterful Mayakashi Shiranui saga. Tribute 1 Mayakashi or Shiranui synchro or link monster. Near player can special summon monsters from the hand, deck, or extra deck for the rest of the turn. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 of your banished zombie monsters, return it to the graveyard. You can only use the effect of Ghost Meets Girl, a masterful Mayakashi Shiranui saga effect once and only once per turn. So those are the 3 copies of the traps. Now then, on to the extra deck. I'm playing 1 copy of Yuki, the Onia, the Absolute Zero Mayakashi. Then I'm playing 2 copies of Yuki, Onia, the Isako Mayakashi. Then I'm playing 2 copies of Yuki, Onia, the Ice Mayakashi. These cards are treated like synchro monsters, but are link monsters too. So Donkey can come back from the graveyard still. Then I play 2 copies of Gasha the Koro, the Skeleton Mayakashi. Then I play Yuki, the graceful Mayakashi, 2 copies. Then 2 copies of Tengu, the wind Mayakashi. And Trasgromo, the prisoners Mayakashi. Then 2 copies of Oberi Gromi, the wheel Mayakashi. All you need to do is mostly run 2 copies of each for synchro monster, because you can only have 1 of each on the field. So, for example, you can only have 1 of him on the field, 1 of him, 1 of him, 1 of him, and 1 of him on the field. They all share the same effect. You can only have 1 of him, including the link monsters, only 1 copy of each on the field. They all share the same effect. That's why I did not talk about the whole thing when I was placing them. They all share the same effect of only 1 copy for each. But also, for the synchro monsters control, if this card is destroyed, then you special summon another copy of this one back from the graveyard. If this copy is destroyed, you bring back him. Then it's so on until you reach back to your level 3 monster. So it's always better to mostly run an extra copy of them. But the Mayakashi's deck is very fun and easy to learn. I just forgot to do what I was going to do because it was just entertaining and fun. Alright, now let's get on to the side deck. So for the side deck, I'm having 3 copies of Ash Blossom Joy Spring or Hand Trap, 3 copies of Infinite Permanent or Hand Trap, 1 copy of Call by the Grave or Narrow Hand Trap, and 2 copies of Effect Veiler or Narrow Hand Trap. I mostly enjoy having these as my hand traps. I can't afford the newer one that has been released. I just can't remember the name right now, but it just I cannot afford that anytime soon. So I rely on the ones that I got my hands on. And then for the side deck, I have 2 copies of Raigeki if you want to take care of your opponent's monsters, and 1 Hotbreeze Fire Duster just in case you want to take care of your opponent's back row. Then I have 2 copies of Solomon Strike or Counter Trap, then 1 copy of Solomon Judgment or Never Counter Trap. Mostly I enjoy what I have in my side deck. You can only use it when you need to. Alright everyone, that is my Mayakashi deck. I really hope you enjoyed it. This is a fun deck, pretty easy to get your hands on, and it's budgetable for those who are starting out or who just want to play a fun casual deck. I enjoy it, so I recommend give it a try. Have fun with it. Take it to your locals. Alright guys, so that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and comment on what you think on the Mayakashi deck. Or give me any of your thoughts on the comments and I'll read them. Alright everyone. Your king, Zero Shadow King, is logging off. Have a wonderful night or have a wonderful morning or afternoon. Alright everyone. See you on the next video. Peace out.